Christmas, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Now, when I bought this bike, it was the first chance I ever had at getting a running two-stroke 125. And this is kind of a dream of mine, especially this particular bike this year. Supposed to be one of the best ever that Honda made, 1989. So anyways, there's a couple of things I looked over, you know, pretty ignorantly, that I should have seen on this bike ahead of time. But this is the first part. What happened is I couldn't get it started after he left. He had it running, he left, I couldn't get it to start after. So I pulled the plug, and plug's fouled. It's completely wet every time. I dry it off, pop it back in, try it again, flood again. Put another spark plug that I knew worked, same thing. So here we go. This is the first step in figuring this out. Thanks for tuning in. All right, we're going to start where we always start, of course, with the carburetor.
The float might have been sticking or something, causing it to flood because of that wet spark plug. So we'll take out the throttle cable, of course. That way we can tilt it sideways here. But before we check that float, we'll take this hose off and make sure it's getting gas.
All right, let's see what this petcock is doing here. Okay, looks like we did have two-stroke gas. That's a good sign. Okay, let's turn it on. Works. Okay, that's off. And reserve. Okay. And then from here, we'll just get to all these. All right.
So now we'll just take this whole carb apart and see if we can find some other reason for the non-starting issue. This is usually the first place we start, since it is getting air, it is getting fuel, and definitely feels like it's getting compression. And apparently the guys just rebuilt the top end, is what he said.
Main jet looks good. Oh, that thing is dirty. Look at that. Oh yeah, look at that dirty jet. See if you can even see through it. Now you can. Let's see here, looks like we got a 170 jet, so we'll look that up in the specs and see if that's the correct one. All right, looks like this jet is dirty, and it's a 45, so we'll check that out and see. gas and see if she floods this time. Everything connected. Now, this right here should have been my first sign that we were dealing with a really shady mechanic that sold me this bike. On. Well, it's not leaking anymore. That's a good thing. See if she'll start. Right, so I tried to get her to kick over. Just wouldn't happen. I was able to get it to pop a few times, but still fouling that plug every time. So stay tuned. You'll see what I did find and what it did take to get this beast of a bike running. But thanks for tuning in. Merry Christmas. See you later. God bless.